Welcome back, Scales enjoyers. We fired up another league, same list. Check the previous video for more details, and we got yet another one lander. I don't think I'm brave enough to keep this time, even with the two legendaries. We're up against Sopa Mutanten. I'll keep that. This actually enables the scales early. So go Citadel, Char, Sabas, put that away. Thought these would be annoying here. Wait, what am I saying? I don't have a Mox, I have a Welding Char. That's okay. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. There's actually two ways to play this. Try to start just making constructs early against polluted Delta. Or go Char, Mox, Citadel, Scales, Sabas. I'll go with the construct plan. That sounds fun. But we do have to drop a creature before Scales. That's fine. But this can start making constructs already on turn 2 and swing for like very much damage on turn 3. Or cast Ravager. Let's see what we're up against. Probably Reanimator. And get in the groove of the format again. There's a Grixis deck. It's called Reanimator, but it's not like an all-in combo deck. It has Frog and Oculus and Archon. So they can discard Archon and persist it. Which, oh. So you're saying I was gonna just try to make constructs. How bad is it if they Archon us? We can make a construct and put 2 counters on it, untap. And they would gain 3 life, but we'd attack for a lot. Or we go slow. Frog's also annoying though. Yeah, I'm gonna go construct plan. Let's see how it plays out this time. We don't even know if they do have Archon and Persist in hand. They could also go Faithless Looting to dig for it. Yeah, Thoughtseize discarded. Wow, sure. That's totally fine with me. There was Archon. Oculus. They're going in. Oculus. They have Quantum Riddler, I guess, so they want to go down to 1 card in hand. Yeah. To draw 2. So it's not Persist, that's good for us. This deck doesn't have a way to blink it, I'm pretty sure. But they can unearth an Oculus. That's also a pretty strong play. We're both going pedal to the metal here. Flying Froggo. Sure. They get to draw 2 more cards. What a sick turn 3 from them. Let's see if we can just beat them though. They have 2 blockers. We can tap 1 down with the skateboard. And maybe ravage them. They only have 14. Manifest Dread. Walking Ballista, huh? So I guess we just do the Ozolith. Shenanigan. Not a 4 mana though. So if we grab the skateboard and attack with both creatures, actually 3 creatures even. Let's say they block the construct. 14, this is 2 counters. We'd have to sacrifice 6 things into it, with this Zabasa only 5. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, pretty sure that's lethal. Am I missing anything? Another line is to get second Mox, cast Ravager and either Ballista or Cauldron, which I'm pretty sure is also lethal. What's the more fun line? Kinda the Ballista line. I don't know. Let's just do the skateboard line because we don't do that as much. So block, tap that, they block that. Attack with 2 things. Ravager is on 2. Sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4 things. It's on... Am I miscounting? +8. This adds another 4. +12. No, it's fine. Okay, let's do the skateboard line. So many things you can do with this deck. Skateboard, tap you. Cast Ravy Boy. Equip Ravy Boy. I hope it didn't miscount, but Grixis never miscounts. Can they have anything for 0 here? Blocks that, just go in on the construct. Move 10 counters, which becomes 11. I guess it's more damage if we also sacrifice the Zabas. Maybe it's the same amount. I think it's the same amount because of this Zabas static. We have only 1 artifact, but it's gonna be a pretty big one. 16. Alright, nice. Emperor of Bones entered the revealed card zone. Oh, that was the card here. Nice. Yeah, we were just faster. Could play Blood Moon. Needle is also kinda good against Frog, but I don't have it. Could play these for meltdowns. Meltdowns, downs. People usually have some amount. I don't think it's a Terra matchup. Skateboard is actually not really amazing, is it? It could be good in a matchup like this. Like, what matchup is it for? I always sort of bought it out. It's funny. Dismember kills Oculus, kills Persisted Archon, kills Frog if they are on 3 cards. Doesn't kill Quantum Riddler. I think it's better than Blood Moon. Intervention. Maybe over safekeeping. Opponent says scales in the year of our Lord 2026. Nice. Hell yeah. Submit. Could take out a Walker for another intervention or something. Okay, we got the Cage. We got double Urza Saga. Really need to draw. loses sort of to a meltdown, but you know, this can't quite start making constructs on the second turn. Would need a Citadel or a Jar. Thoughtseize or Faithless Looting. Archon and Emperor in graveyard. Okay. Grove. Mox. Cage. Now they at least can't turn to me. And if they reanimate it, we can at least dismember it, but it would be a painful way to handle it. Quite literally painful. Frogo. If we dismember it, they can discard their entire hand to save it. Could do that. I can't do it before casting Ballista. Because the Opal is not on yet. Because then it would have been sort of a little trick. But I'm still gonna go for it. Now if they discard their entire hand, the Ballista still kills it. Opponent can't flashback, that's pretty neat. There's a chance I should have played Urza Saga on turn 1 because I had 2, now even 3. Yeah, thinking about it, was a little greedy now to play turn 1. Feeling good here, they need multiple things to, you know, turn on the deck and turn off my deck, but it's possible. Meltdown would hurt us always. Emperor of Bones. No land drop. Exiles my dismember for whatever reason. I might have to just uptick this Ballista and kill the Emperor before it gets to Adept. So it slows me down a lot, but it might be the best way to handle this situation. Question is, do I already kill it? Because problem would be if they have, say, Fatal Push plus land drop. But they didn't have land earlier, so they would have to draw land and have a removal spell in hand. Because then they can kill Ballista, I ping the Adept in response. I guess you can still kill it on combat when it goes to exile the Archon. Like, best case scenario, we kill it in response to an Adept activation. But then again, they don't have to do it. The upside would be that the Archon's exiled, you know? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with the slow plan, but it's again a very greedy line. Okay, now I can kill it in response to Adept. Opponent sort of must have missed that. Because you wanna not do that. Tricky place and we got rewarded. Let's go, gamers. Scales. I don't have to do that, but probably what's gonna happen. Is there a world where we kill them with a hasty Ravager? We don't really have a lot of artifacts out. So we can cast Ravager, equip Skateboard. Oh, I took it out, so that's not a line. Maybe it's just Welding Jar to save me from a little meltdown on the opponent's part. We have lots of gas in the tank. Do I get to Ravager plus Construct? Not quite. So what do I want to do? I guess it's Construct. Okay. We're chilling. They have 6 cards, but notoriously no land drop. Can't even flashback this if they do, but that can't be the best play. No meltdowns. What do they have? Only 3 drops. Droughts, the Saga is so good. Let's get a body out. Seems desirable. We can go for a kill here, but they have mana up, so I don't really like doing that. They need edicts or something. They tap out for a meltdown though, we win. Because we have Char and we have Saga. Got him nailed with this cage. It's kind of crazy. They did have the push. I might just let this happen. This is a bait, isn't it? Opponent has bigger problems than only the Ravager. Is it meltdown? We do have the Char, so that's good. Blow the mana. Regenerate creature. They did have meltdown, but if it's not land and something, I don't know what they could even have to not die and make a second construct, and it's lethal. Board state. Our tokens bugged. I regenerated. Nice, let's go 2-0 against one of the best decks in the format. Okay, I got time for one more match. See you round 2. Really is my lucky day. We are fighting Joa Bello 92. Yeah, there's a keeper. It's got pieces. Doesn't have every piece, but it certainly does have pieces. You could say it's a piecewise draw. Not the kind of hand where you wanna just play with the Saga turn 1. I'll go with Grove because I might just... No, that's dumb. Even if I get Hardened Scales, I can turn on my Mox and cast it. Green-red Surveilland. Can be Storm. Can be a Cascade deck. Are Cascade decks even on the rise? Okay, it is Storm. Because the crazy part is I bought 2 Vexing Baubles and that card spiked hard. It's at 12 bucks. I think I bought it for 3 or something. Should have bought the whole playset. Storm is scary. Go like this. Not feeling... We could technically get like turn 4 kill with this hand, but Storm is probably faster than that, even on the draw. Type of deck where I wish I played Saga on turn 1, because then I can kill this Medallion with a Haywire Might. So we probably die next turn, but it's totally possible these decks fizzle. And I can play the Cauldron, I guess, to, I don't know, exile something from the graveyard. But they probably still kill us. So the looting card. Reckless Impulse, loot. I've seen Storm fizzle in crazy ways, but that usually doesn't happen. Okay, what's in exile? Valakwood Awakening and Artist's Talent. No rituals, it's good for us. But they probably have some in hand, 3 cards left. Okay, no, seems like they're passing actually. I don't see any more ways they can make mana. Go to end step. Make a thing. We gotta find a way to win now. Got lucky enough. But Skateboard probably does it. Funnily enough. Does it? With Welding Jar out. It must, right? And with Darksteel Citadel. Skateboard for the win. That's so many artifacts. Tap that. There is so many artifacts, gamers. Oh my god. Literally 20 damage on constructs. Let's not miss combat step. Yo! Storm fizzled and GG. Okay, I've lost to Storm in the past. This time I'm bringing in everything I've got. This kills the Amulet and this kills the Rails. The Graveyard Hate is a little questionable. We can't board like too much. You could even play these because they have meltdowns. But at some point, you even have time to keep up the mana for it. In those types of games where the hate flows, definitely. But we still need another cut anyway. This is forced to questionable. My green count is so low. Like hardcast force does not really do it. Maybe I shouldn't be playing this anymore. The good thing is I'm getting the groove of the meta game again, which means your decisions are a lot faster. I almost timed out last league in that insane match versus the Eldrazi deck, the green ramp deck. Sideboard cards, but on one land. Nah. Alright, I guess. Also not great, but not the worst hand ever. I like that Storm literally has nothing to do on turn 1. You can gain a life. Give me a removal spell for whatever acceleration they play. Maybe they wear me? No. Tear me. Okay, give me Dismember. Nope. We might be dead. Now I can have 6. Well, not quite. I have Graveyard Hate. Once again, not the best hits off of that, but they get to make a land drop at least. Ritual. Doesn't flip. Ritual. 3 cards left. Enough mana to use that. This is a sick card for Storm, honestly. Well, it always enters tapped, but past In Flames. Is it at this point that I just exile a Ritual and hope that does anything? No, I have to exile the card draw spell. Okay, now I get to F6. This card is also insane for Storm. If it flips, you basically win. Flips after a few spells cast. It's always a coin flip, but they won the flip but didn't flip. But didn't transform. Okay. They get a lot of mana and get to Valakut or okay, rinse this all from hand. Can this be played? No, this is already cast with Flashback. Okay, now they can transform and Storm count 7 and Storm count 8 to be able to... Oh, it's 2+. That's insane. Now they get to cast 8 cards from the deck for free. This is Opera Love Song. Opera Love Song. Sick. These cards keep getting better. It's like Rens Resolve, but straight upgrade. Okay, this is only until end step, and Rens Resolve is until next end step. So we are dead here. Except if somehow they can find the win condition, but it's in the sideboard, right? Wish for it. Yeah, Rail is crazy good for this deck. Should have kept the Dismember hand, I guess, but can't really do that, can you? Maybe. That's fine. We did see Brotherhood's End, so we could play this. I think it's fine. Hexing Bobble does shut off the Rail win. It shuts off the... Maybe the statics are actually better than the removal cards. Shuts off the Past in Flames lines. Not sure. I guess, but this hand needs some draws to actually win the game. This. We need like Scales or Ozolith, and here we have to turn 3 with Ravager and Nexus. Come on. Saga does it a turn later. There's a world where you just want to drop the Nexus and hope you find it next turn, but that's too unlikely, I think. What did they do on their first turn, or just surveil land? Okay, Cage means their kill is a lot less likely. That's fun to say, a lot less likely. But we also don't have a win next turn. Oh, they're making a move already? It's technically possible that they win on turn 2. They could even just... Well, we have regeneration, so you need double kill Cage. Weirtia is rude, but okay. Can't regenerate my Saga. As is a draw. Okay. Still don't have 10 for Inky Boy, do we? One is just passing. Ballister. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in fact, but I don't think we want to go for it. Even if it was 10. With Ballista we have rails order covered a little bit. Okay, this is what we've got. We are not beating a meltdown, but you know, it'd be like that. Sometimes in life, and this is words of wisdom my grandma used to always say to me, sometimes in life you just can't beat the meltdown, and that's okay, you know? Scry, Surveil on top. Maybe it is sad card. Opera love song. Yeah, this is it, basically. And I'm fine with that. Manam Orthose. We've rally covered, I guess. They don't have a ruby. It's not an actual ruby, it's a ruby medallion. Is it a medallion in the shape of a ruby, or is it like a medallion that has rubies on top? Oh yeah, they have brotherhoods and not meltdowns. But pretty much also not good for us. Wish I still had my char. Only thing on the way out is to deal a lot of damage to them. Man, one protection card here would be GG, but no. We don't have it. But I think saving the cage was the play. Yeah, we can deal some damage to them, but everything dies. Mana value 3 or less. Only was like power or something. my kingdom for a welding jar right here, and we win. Only goes to 7 and probably then wins. You have 5 cards left in your yield. Let's just stack these. Otherwise I have to wait for them to press OK twice every time. Okay. All this damage is meaningless because all the damage source I have on board is an infect creature. But hey, this is what we've got now. Can't imagine that being a path to victory, but you never know. Well, this could kill them if they lose 5 flips. It's possible. What a win condition. Down to 4. So it's 1 out of 16. It's a lot of love songs. 2 cards in hand and can play all these. Come on, lose all your flips. Yes, down to 3. 1 in 8 now. Come on. Yes, down to 2. Just imagine. We could ping once, but it's infect damage. That's so sad. Wish. Wait, it didn't trigger? No, it does. Come on, lose the flip. No, they won. No! My win condition. At least it doesn't ultimate. What did they choose in exile? What a funny game. Once at 2, if we just draw Ballista, or any creature, honestly, we kinda win. If they pass and we draw a creature, we win, I think, sorta. They could still have the kill. You know. What did wish for? You don't have to choose, right? Okay. That makes sense. No, it's annoying. Well, they only have 1 card left. Something. Sometimes games against Storm go longer than 3 turns. Who knew? They did already use Rail, so they can't kill my Ink Moth. I would have had it if they didn't do the thing. Now I guess another Cauldron is lethal. Well, not really. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Because they can kill my worker now and they can't modular. Yeah, I'm not attacking. I changed my mind. 2 cards left. Down to 1 life. Oh my god, what are you doing? Now Ballista is lethal off the top, and Cauldron, of course, is also. What are you getting? Another Rend Resolve. Place Mountain. Rend Resolve. Loots. This is how it ends. Ritual Medallion. And one card in hand. They need to just chain these Rend Resolves now. Ritual from Exile. What's the last card? What is last card? It's Wish. You may play a card. It is Past in Flames. Alright. Yep. What a game. Now we're dead. Yeah, now I can concede. Actually had him down to 1 life. Insane match. See you next one. We saw that I roll masters today on the play against Tyas, and we respectively keep this. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I suppose Hydro always trips me up. It looks like a spell, but it's not. Take this out just because, why not? Let's see what we're up against. Mountain, is it Storm again? Storm doesn't hit 1-drops, does it? Firebrain Scheme. Well, I was wrong. I don't like this resurgence of Storm. I've always found it kind of lame to play against Storm decks, but we do have a turn 3 this time around, so that's pretty good. At least it should be a turn 3. Yeah, easily read. Oxopal made the deck on average probably half a turn faster again. Hey Ruby, no, it's Ritual. Don't have the turn 2, please. Rare. Oh no, 4 cards. Monomorph Oath from Exile. And so it begins again. Could have not shown Ravager. Don't turn to me, Tayasen. Glimpse the impossible. 1 mana left, exile 3 cards. That's insane. There is a ritual there. So they do have mana. 4 cards in hand. Right, it's crazy. You only have to get Storm to 6 and flip him, and you basically win. Yeah, and I'm not liking this whole resurgence of Storm. It's so good now, and it's mono red. Back in the day, Storm was blue red, and they had to rely on blue mana dorks. Now we have Rel, which is even better than Goblin Electromancer and Baral, Chief of Compliance, and whatever the loots were called. Wait, no more mana? Are you done? They're done! Let's go, they fizzled! They fizzled! I will stop complaining now. Okay, make sure you animate the one that's not newly controlled. Walker means Ravager goes to like 8. Yeah, it's already a kill in and of itself. There's no flying here, right? Let's fucking go. I think we even had it with Sebast too. They got 3 cards off of Glimpse. And then they fizzled. That's beautiful. I'm touched. Okay, same plan as before. Damping Sphere, Cage, Flame and Dismember. I think we want all of these. Could even play some of these. Actually, might also do stuff. Did I even fit all of this? Maybe we don't claim. Do we want these interventions? We have the friggin' Brotherhood's End. Maybe better than... it's hard to say. On the draw, can we even keep up 2 mana? Damn, this deck's hard to fight now, but, you know, we're also very powerful. Good old Zero Lander. Dude, I didn't do any misclick errors yet today. So that's pretty good. I want all of these. I guess we dump the Rumble and hope for the best. We're definitely not favored to win this on the draw game. Rakdos Theater. No, Rocus Theater. What does that word mean? He's just a worker boy. Rocus, making or constituting a disturbingly harsh and loud noise. Disturbingly. Wait, so your theater is loud? Funny. What's happening? Why are we pausing? Don't do this to me. Can't get over the fact how good Ral is in this deck. First we had Baral. Now we just have Ral and he's so much better. Just don't even have to play any blue. Okay. Now I wish I had Nature's Claim to be TBH. But okay. We got what we got. But we would need them to fizzle twice. That does not happen, does it? Why is this so slow? Are you double queuing on me, brother? I have a 3/3 for 1 mana. Like a wild neck cattle. Piratic Ritual, Reckless Impulse. Oh no, weird here. And that's not good. At least they don't have white mana. Why not just play the red-white land? What's in black in the deck? Maybe it's just an extra surveil land. Oh, they had mana morphos. They cast it without... Where? Or am I crazy? That's real. 3 cards left. Maybe they have no win conditions. That would be sick. But if Rail transforms... Okay, it didn't. They lost the flip. What a loser. Cast in Flames. Well, there goes that hope. Do you concede to this? Yeah. I feel like if I see rail flip, I concede. Okay, yeah. Because this does the exile 8 cards and play them for free. There's no way they fizzle through that. MTGO is dying over here. It's fighting its best life. I'm gonna take out the skateboard. I don't think it's doing much. There are games where it might, but I think that's the lower. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Did you know sometimes in life you draw 0 lander in game 2 and 3? Okay, this hand has a dream, I guess. Whoa. Opponents kept 7, of course they did. This deck is hella consistent and everything now. At some point maybe Crison will stop complaining about how good Storm is. That point is not today. Not today, gamers. Why do I feel like I'm already dead? Bro, couldn't we just draw another turn 3 kill? Wait, I should have played Ballista. Realistically, that's better. Because say I draw Hardened Scales. Do I win? Maybe with the Darksteel Citadel I still win. If I draw Scales or Otolith. At least these matches are fast. It's something. But I'm not the biggest Storm fan. I think it's just unexciting. Do they not have a lander? Like when you play Storm, you don't really play Magic, you play Solitaire. They are interacting with my board right now, but one lander. I sense weakness on the opponent's part. Do we just go for a lethal, for a 2-turn Ink Moth? Sort of everything we've got here. But that loses pretty hard to wear. And they need to find the land. But then if they wear and we go for the 2-turn Ink Moth, that's pretty bad. But it's probably still better than trying to win through... Trying any other plan. Could also play the Ballista and just attack them for 5. Maybe that's better. Like in a pinch, we can make we can kill a rel. Yeah, that's the better plan. This is all we've got now. It's not a win. It's close, but it's a win next turn, and they're on a 1-lander. And we have rail covered. Sorta. If we kill a rail, it's 3 toughness. Then we don't win though. I think statistically this was the best play we can do. Ritual resolves. Yeah, like should I go for a kill in a rail? Probably. But they're not playing it. Maybe they are also debating that I can do that. It's so scary, because if they draw another land, they probably Brotherhoods end me. Ruby Medallion, okay. Then I have basically no place anyway. Ah, they had to find that land, didn't they? If they have Brotherhood's End, we have another repeat of that earlier game. This doesn't do too much. Wait, okay. See what this does. They can play a Past in Flames. It costs 2 mana, so they can't do that. What is this wishing for? And do I have to kill the Rel? They need mana. They are down to 1 mana. They can play a 3-drop from sideboard. I need to know if they're gonna cast a 3-drop or a 2-drop from sideboard. Maybe they just want to melt down me. In which case it also doesn't matter. Manic Relay. Yeah, I feel like I have to just let this resolve, because if it's a meltdown, I can still kill the Rel and deal them some damage. Let's see. A little bit more XP would help here. You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. You don't even have to choose until you actually play it. That's pretty cool. Okay. What are they doing? Is it just meltdown? They would have bodied that in, right? They have 1 mana, so they can cast a 3-drop. Except if in hand is still rituals. Shattering Spree. Without replicate, because you can't, the cost reduction doesn't help there. Sure happens. Okay, now they have to block. Might as well also attack with this, I guess. No reason not to. Is it better to ping thrice or to force the block? I think it's better to ping it there, then they go to 7. So the ballista is lethal. Next turn. We still have to hope no removal. We have only 2 cards. Come on, let me beat Storm 1 time, please. 2 cards left, 1 draw step. I don't even want to look. They're not slamming it. That is either really good or really bad. I don't want to see it. As we win, let's friggin' go. We beat Storm. First time ever, I think. That's so good. They tight and they just didn't have it. That is so awesome. We are 2-1 off of an earlier 4-1 today. This is where the stream ends. For the YouTube folks, you'll see me like right away. See you next round. Back gamers, it's a new day. Except if you're watching the video on YouTube, then it's the same day probably. We have a 2-1 record and on the draw versus McFishy. With a hand that's kinda fishy but also not. We've got all we need really, but it's a little slow. Marsh Flats. Almost 5 AM. You're on the East Coast, I guess. Boros is a pretty good matchup. Not free by any means, but the biggest trouble they give us is their Wrath cards. So you really kinda wanna win game 1, but we got a slow draw on the draw, so this might be hard. We'll see. Okay, they use a removal spell now. I'm actually not mad about that, honestly. I shouldn't be up right now, but I also want to chat with my streamer friend. I'm glad you're here. Okay, opponents got the 3 energy already. How did that happen? Alright, they have some left over from this discharge. Their draw is good. Yeah, let's play out this ballista. We might have to kill the kitty cat. And see where we go from here, because this generates lots of bodies. Usually ground bodies aren't the worst for us. Like, these cats are not doing that much against us, but we still can't let it get out of hand, you know? Especially with the guide, it's a lot of energy. And then lots of flying bodies. Crazy had just 2 1-drops from MH3. That's scary. Okay, I think I will just ping the cat down with this cauldron. Actually, should have blocked first. Now I'm taking 1 more damage than I should have. With this cauldron, the ballista in the graveyard will do some stuff too for us. I was playing friendlies with 8V and Rapam. Yo, sick. Are you all from the same region? I'm jealous. Reg Evan. And pass, no land drop. That's gotta be good for us. Okay. I think we play the Rumble first off of Grove. Wow, the opponent's on a pretty mediocre draw. We could also just start pumping out constructs if we want to. Was. I think we can do that later. We have another What's a Saga. Let's just cast our cards for now. Play this. It's actually, maybe we actually need that 0-1 body to put counters onto. Okay, that's pretty neat. I like all of what's going on here. I think the Walker is good to have in hand. Just making some flying bodies might be worthwhile. But did I miscount? Now I can't play this Cauldron off of Mox because I don't have 3 artifacts. So I should have done it the other way around, cast a Rumble off of Opal. Somehow I messed that up. So let's play the Walker, I guess. Yeah, no, this Mox is like not doing anything. Anatithe, interesting. Okay. I think as long as we just don't die, we got a lot of game here. Find land and have 2 cards left. Yeah, that was bad, because if I sequenced better, I could have prevented the Mana Tithe. Ajani is good. And we go to 7. We are all Mdva. We all have some weird place names. Mdva. Actually, we go to 4. We might just be too slow with this. 5, okay. It's 8, not 9. But let's see. We found another land, which is obviously not good. We would have needed at least like something that does stuff. Let's get these Abaza in the mix. Play that. And that. Okay. So this is what we got. Can we survive? Problem is the Reg event 4-3 now, and when any cat dies, the Ajani Oops. We can only block one flyer, I feel like. Static prison too. I think we are pretty dead. And modular onto the spawn. So we can remove Ragavan. It's still probably too much damage. Maybe not quite. Maybe we can survive this turn. At least Ragavan is a monkey and not a cat. That's something. Right now we are dead on board, so we have to remove this. Charlie transforms. They don't have a red card, so there's a world where we don't die. Another red card. This says when you control another red permanent, it also deals damage. Last card is like Goblin Bombardment. We're straight up dead. Otherwise we might untap on like 2 life, 1 life. Oh, I forgot about the pumping ability. Guide is not a cat though. We do have to block this. And then we have a Cauldron in the Dream. Of course, we draw another. What's the Saga? We can make it construct and even give it flying, but it's still, we are still dead to this 2/2 cat token. We would have needed somebody here. Really close actually. If it had haste, we could do that thing. Probably punished by that misplay of wrong sequencing on turn 3. What are the laws on weed in Austria? It's actually still illegal, but they legalized it in Germany. So it's probably only a matter of time. I personally don't care for it, but I think it shouldn't be illegal. This +1 counter on the cat token is our undoing. It's so sad because we have 1 ping available but not 2. If we had more mana, we could use the ballista ability. Yeah, okay, we're actually dead, but you know, maybe they have actually. Okay, they actually have a removal spell too. So then it didn't matter. I'm pretty sure. But we were dead without this. America, it's a mess. Some states allow it, others are cringe. Yeah, kind of weird. We want these and these. You could play Dismember to like remove an Arjani. I think Skateboard sometimes can be good, but usually I take it out of creature-based opponent or creature-based matchups. This Terra card also comes out so much. I want it to do stuff, but usually it's just too slow. I think we don't need it in this matchup, even though it can help rebuild after board wipe. I kinda wanna leave 1 in. Walker's bad against exile cards, but not bad against damage cards and, you know, dying. I might can remove bombardment, but that's pretty much it, or a static prison. And the old Blood Moon question. Blood Moon can stop them from casting Wrath of the Skies. Gotta keep a Roni. It's the old turn 1 have Mox Opal enabled, but no play. Midwest is super cringe about it. I mean, it's called the Midwest. What do you expect? There must be a reason for that, right? We start pumping out tokens on turn 2 and 3, or do we do that a bit later? Either way, every card in our hand dies to Wrath of the Skies. Slow roll this. What's a saga? Just cast my spells and then try to make constructs. Yeah, this is a pretty okay matchup. I think it's slightly favored for us if you can dodge or grind through the Wraths. But again, it's not a free win by any means, so... Yeah, okay. I'm still gonna wait on playing the Saga, I think. Let's see if this also eats a removal spell. I feel like I would be fine with trading 1-for-1s and then try to overwhelm with constructs. Opponent has Guide of Souls. Do they have kitty cats too? Yep. Well, we have Ballista shenanigans up our sleeve, so that's fine. Okay. Now's the time to play this out, even though now I think we just don't play around Wrath of the Skies because, like, yeah, we just lose everything. The way to dodge it would be to make constructs early and then try to play your spells later on. I'll do this now so they can't remove it in response to that. At least if they Wrath, they lose their entire board too. It's something. And I'm going to try to push some damage here. Because you know, that's how you win the game. Are you taking the opponent for damage? Did you know that? The more you know. Did you know gaming? Goblin bombardment. Well, I have a response to that. This guy's really good against Hardened Scales in particular. Okay. You can make them pay the energy and then respond to the thing. And I think we'd kill this now. It's actually a tough question what I sacrifice. Because this is my source of green, but this is indestructible. I could also let this happen and try to just win the game next turn. Is that doable? It kinda is. Why not quite? Okay. Is it worth killing this? Or do we try to keep this Ravager around? I'm gonna do it. Hard to say. The old question of aggression versus board control. I actually could also sacrifice the Mox too and keep the Ravager around, because I do have another land. Yeah, let's do that. And the Mox would be turned off if I get rid of the Ravager anyway. What have you been up to recently? Playing Magic the Gathering here on my little corner of the internet. Besides that, the same old, you know, life stuff when you're in the middle of your 30s. Working, drinking beer, listening to music, those old things. Okay, that's fine. We traded Ragavan for Ravager, and now we get to make constructs. How about you, Zebas? How's life been treating you? One last card is Ocelot Pride. Feeling pretty good about this one. What are we waiting for, McFishy? Forest. I could get a Mox here just so I can play intervention. Can we beat them here with skateboard? I think we can. 7 damage, skateboard wins, it's 9 damage. 10 with cauldron, 11 with the skateboard. I took it out again. This is a situation where it would actually be lethal. How else do we win? Some bars is another counter. This is another counter, so that's 3 pings. One of them on that card. Yeah, can't win here. So is it better to just go Welding Jar? Yeah, they have 0 cards. We can win with what we have on board, and now we have protection up. Wait, I was gonna click Mox Opal. Why did I say Welding Jar? Okay. That was the wrong card. I should actually ping it, I guess. I was gonna get a Welding Jar. I even said I was gonna get a Mox Opal. I don't know, my brain is not braining right now. I was gonna get a Mox Opal. So I can cast this, and I said and click the wrong card. So they have sort of 2 looks at Wrath. We can save 1 thing now. Build another bombardment, and top card is. Okay, fine. Don't mind me just clicking the wrong things. We destroy them. Yeah, skateboard would have probably been lethal here, but I don't think in general you want it. How good are you at this game? What's your rank? There's an elo system in this. It's a little bit hidden. We got 1748 in constructed, which is what I'm playing, and 1735 in limited. We started 1600, so I'm like flat, I guess. Something like that. And just like in Magic, just like in Smash, I play sort of mid-tier strategies that appeal to me. Yo, what is this hand, bro? Can you keep this hand? Yeah, with the double Mox, it's basically a mulligan anyway. Oh, yikes, it got worse. 2 looks at a land, or just lose. I'm cool with that, instead of going to 5. No one drop for the opponent or just a tap land. Okay, wow, best draw imaginable. Let's see if this eats a removal spell again. One more land would be sick. Okay, they actually have 2 tap lands, so I thought there would be a one-off in the deck. Aggro deck with tap lands, huh? Surveils to the top twice. That was fun to say. No one drop in hand. I'm gonna play out the Ballista. Question is just, let's play the Saga one turn later. Okay, they have Mountain too, but they found it now, I'm pretty sure otherwise. Well, I don't know. You want to get your tap lands down either way when you play them. You have 1 mana less. No plays. What's going on here? He just tried to make us lose 2 Wrath really hard. Which we kind of do. It's so annoying that even the lands die to the Wrath of Skies and Meltdown if you animate them. I'm gonna listen to some music and then go to sleep. Peace out, bro. Yo, I'm glad you tuned in for a bit. Have a good night. See you around. No plays for 3 turns, huh? What's going on? I don't get it. Yeah. Kinda expected that to happen, but what you gonna do? Maybe they're on multiple Wraths, but I still don't get. I guess they didn't play any creatures because they would die to the Wrath. They get to keep their energy. Why is this so slow? Can't you just cast your Wrath on F6? Opponent is at 12 now. How did that happen? Yeah, Wrath of the Skies is like very painful for this deck. What you gonna do? Could have kept it first hand and hope to find your lands because it did have intervention. But you have to play the numbers games. Obsidian Karma. Oh, that is a card. Smartly, I played out my 2-drop. Okay, I have a Wasp, you have a Dragon. This is why you shouldn't lose game 1 in this matchup. But Wrath is a main deck card, isn't it? Not like it even matters that much which game you drop. I do actually like that this is the most played deck now, even by a lot. Because it's like a sort of fair strategy. Okay, no, Wrath is... Wow, this deck only has 1 in the side. And 1 Meltdown. Makes sense now that we dodged it. Game 2. Yeah. We've got Torn. Well then. Oh, it says twice the number of creatures. I was like, this doesn't work. Wow. No, it's just over. That was unfortunate. Very beatable matchup, but you know, got kind of unlucky there. That's fine. One more match in this league. Oh, wait, round 5 for the maybe fabled 3 and 2. This looks like a keep, but it's really super unexciting. But not mulligan-able, I think. 100 mulls to 6. Well, these Boros decks really only play 1 Wrath of the Skies, or even 0. I thought they'd have more. This list has 0 Meltdowns and 0 Wraths. That's disrespectful to everybody. Two Wraths, no Meltdowns, so they're really on 2 Wraths on average, I guess. Opponent has a lighted Halfling. Does this mean we are up against Yawgmoth? I'm not gonna trade Ballista for Mana Dog, even though you do want to board the bird. I don't think it's actually worth this way. Ballista represents a lot of board control against... Oh, it's that deck. Well, we had an insane match against this deck the other day. It's Thought Not Seer? No, okay. Just Haywire Might is annoying, but... Do we want to trade Welding Char for 2 counters? I'm gonna go with no. This deck is awesome. It's like a Nest Pairings pack, bro. It's green ramp Drazi. Do we wanna... I'm just gonna cast the Ballista for 2 instead of skateboarding. I miss my scales. They were so young. Well, if they do have... Okay. If they had Thought Not Seer, it would honestly be annoying not having played out. But I don't even know if this deck plays it. It's more like a go really, really big type strategy. Okay. This draw is really not doing much now. Because the biggest we can go is a 7/7 Ballista. 8 with investing 4. 9 with sacrificing the skateboard. But they have a blocker anyway. Yeah, really best we can do is remove this, attack, pay 4, hit them for 4. Now you could remove the Mana Dog too, but we'd have to give up on the Ravager. Oh, I was gonna pay the 4 before damage, but somehow didn't. Well, now we have some mana up for potential shenanigans. They got no land. This deck has lots of expensive cards, but also like the 3 mana enchantment that lets you cast a card for free. If you have a creature with power 7 and then that Hydra that enters tapped with stun counters. Okay. Do we have the win here? I don't think quite 17 damage. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd have to get to 8 counters on Ballista plus the 1 damage from the skateboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 7. With the safekeeping, it feels like we can chill. Still gonna not play the skateboard, because when they play some big thing, maybe the tapping helps us win the game next turn. I'm not blocking. Does that change anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yet win. We would hit for 7. They go to 10, but we can't get to 10 counters. Don't know if Bosaiju has any value. We could kill the Eldrazi Temple. I'm just gonna pass. The biggest thing is prevent them from casting Emrakul, the Promised End. Because I can't hexproof myself. It's just Kozilek's command. Why would you not put all your mana in? Just for value. I think we have to remove some of these tokens. Because they're clearly mana screwed. And I'm gonna go shields down on Tamiyo's to remove the other one. I don't know why they wouldn't put all the mana into the command. It's kind of strange. Ah, there we go. Unholy Heat. So we have Welding Jar. 6 card types in graveyard. That means Emrakul only costs 7. So it is important to control the mana. You have Kindred Instant, Sorcery, Kindred Instant, Sorcery, and Artifact Creature and Land. That's crazy. That is 6. There are only 1 mana of casting Promised End. Wait, are we just... Okay. Maybe I'm totally misinterpreting what this deck is. It's a Broodscale combo deck instead. Maybe the Grove should have ticked me off to that. Okay. Now we can definitely win. It's not the spike deck that I had in mind. Which is sad, because that deck is sweet. Another removal card? No, okay. That's good. Even though we have it covered. I wonder what the 3 cards in the hand are. Well, I guess we're gonna see it. Maybe not. They just tap because they can. Any use of this mana. Okay. But you have to tap. Okay. So it's just Broodscale combo. That deck's on the rise too. With the red splash, I guess. So the combo is sort of Basking Broodscale plus the sword blade. They do have Promised End too, though. They might have had that in hand, and it was smart of me to play around and being able to cast it. Okay. Labyrinth and Eldrazi Temple. Maybe Blood Moon and Damping Sphere can do some things. The small stuff dies to Whip Flare. Dismember is a way to instant speed break up the combo. So how do we want to board here? Board the board once again. Blade is a way to, or Haywire Mate is a way to interact with the blade. Welding Jar is actually not exciting because the command does exile things. Maybe take out some of the slow cards because they are a combo deck after all. Maybe you want to see how good the Blood Moon is against green-red. Not sure if I should be more scared of the Broodscales and bring in the Dismembers too. Another one lander. Not even a Mox. Okay. This place. Not exciting hand, but definitely has all the tools we want. And there's Blade. Could be a turn 3 infinite from their side. Where you get infinite what? Mana. So you can play an infinite command plus find Ballista and kill you. Glaring Flash Raker. When you cast a colorless spell, you get a spawn. When a colorless creature enters, I take a damage. That's also a way to make the infinite combo. Infinite Terror. Is this attack bad? I feel like, yeah, they don't want to block because otherwise we'd have an answer to their shenanigans, even if it would cost us everything. Okay, does this mean we are just dead? No, they have to adapt, right? No, they can equip, but then they don't have a spawn to sacrifice for the counter on it. So this can resolve for now. They have land. Okay, they get to equip. Now we don't have a response anyway. We have an equipped Broodscale, but we're not dead. Funny. Time to ruin the day with a big ballista, I guess. Can it be big enough to even win the game? It's definitely Ozolith here. We can go Ravager, Mox, Ballista, sacrifice into the Ravager, Citadel, Ballista, or Mox, Worker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters on Ravager. 6 actually, which means Ballista has 13. Kill their stuff and then they go to 1. I want it to be a kill though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not a kill. But we have to do something. I don't like the idea of passing and not winning and giving up everything. So we wanna be able to at least make constructs 2 next turn and the turn after. Actually, the Ballista does add 1 more Ozolith counter that I didn't count earlier. And the Worker 2. Yeah. Wait. Do you get to do the thing now? Because they get a spawn? That's funny. This is when any creature dies. I did not know that. Does this change it? They get a thing now and get to get infinite mana? I guess we just have to see what happens there. I think we might just die now to the... That's crazy that it's when any creature dies. So it goes on top of the stack anytime. Which means even if we now do another Ravager thing, we get another Blade trigger. So I think we just die now to the Flash Raker. I didn't realize it was on any creature dying. That's really funny. So we could give up on both Ballistas and kill the Flash Raker, so we're not just dead. Then I shouldn't have given them the counters on this. There's no way to break this up otherwise. Oh, it even goes on top of that. Of course it does. So it doesn't matter. Wow, this is insane. So we need to actually have more answers to the Blade. That's really funny. Or just a creature that is on the Blade. Do we want to go so far as to play these? Whenever any creature dies, you say, huh? I cannot do want to Blood Moon them, but maybe it's actually not good. I never really play Blood Moon. Okay, submit whatever. At least I know that now. What is this draw? Oh my god. We have scales and then nothing going on. This is tough. Okay, maybe I'll regret that. Both players on 6. We go. Can turn on Mox, but no other 1-drop. This is delightful. That's my 1-drop. I get to pick Hardened scales. Is that the play, or is it... Inkmoth is a win condition. Scales is an engine. We don't have either. We have enough to make the Inkmoth lethal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not really. Cauldron is just generally sick. I'll pick the scales. But that was actually kind of tough. Because now we need to find like a ballista or an Inkmoth to win, or, you know, anything. Without it, we're really not doing much. We got claimed. Well, that's rude. Okay, this is all I've got. I have modular tribal here. Oh, really? I don't do that. They found another land. I think they kept the one lander with stirrings and halfling. Okay, we need good draws. Okay, then might as well slow roll that. The bus static is secretly amazing here. But there's no way we can deal 18 reds. Can't like 11. Wait, they're blocking. Do they have Galvanic Blast? Or whatever the card's called. Okay. Just exiles it. Now, Whip Flare would actually be amazing. But okay. This is where we're at. I like this matchup too. It's an Eldrazi deck without Karen the Great Creator. Writhing Chrysalis. Not scared of that card. Is this Popper or whatever, or something? We still need a good draw, come on. Okay, this is always a good draw, but it does mean we're still not doing much. This can become a 5-6. But they don't want to do that, right? They need their mana. Let's be aggressive. See how they block. We have no interaction, so this is really all we can do. Let's make them give up another mana card. If they have another Kozilek's command, this is annoying. Because we lose everything. Wait, that was kinda dumb, because now the Opal's gonna be turned off. Yeah, we need them not to have Kozilek's command. But maybe they wouldn't have blocked if they have it, but I still think attacking was correct. Yeah, they do have it. That sucks. I wish that was a protection card. I'm done here. It's just sometimes you gotta make them have it and sometimes they do, and that's fair. I'm fine with that. We're gonna play another league, so to our watchers, see you next time. To our Twitchers, be right back.